Hello, pre-algebra students. Mr. Lawrence here, and we're going to talk a little bit about calculating volume. You've been working hard in class in it. I appreciate those of you that are still keeping up with the videos, because when Miss Bubank is gone in early May, then we will be going back to the flip model. Anyway, first of all, to know how to calculate volume, we have to ask ourselves, what is volume? And a great definition for volume is the space inside a three-dimensional object. Okay. Now, we in math class tend to do a lot with cubes, and my airliner seems to be acting strange, so I apologize. But check it out here. Let's see. Do I have any 3D shapes in here? No, it looks like I'm going to have to build some, but that's okay. Give me a minute. Okay, so we've got some basic shapes here. First of all, cylinder, and then there's a rectangular prism, and then there is a triangular prism. Now, I want to point out that for all of these shapes, I'm going to use this formula. Volume is going to be capital B times H, where capital B is the area of the base. Okay, all the formulas will be slightly different because I'll be multiplying different things to get the area of the base, whether it be a circle, square, or triangle, but then I'll multiply all of those by the height. So to do this one here, this cylinder, I know it's a circle, and the area of a circle I can find by doing pi times the radius squared, and then I'm going to multiply it by the height. So I'm going to take 3.14 as my approximation of pi. My radius squared is 10 squared, and when I simplify that, I'm going to get 314. Now to do the volume, I'm going to take 314, that's capital B right there. I'm going to multiply it by 22. And when I multiply 314 by 22, hold on one second, I end up with a volume of 6,908 centimeters cubed. Oops, didn't circle that very well. There we go. 6,908 centimeters cubed. If you wonder why it's centimeters cubed, over here on the radius, I squared it. So it's 10 centimeters times 10 centimeters, and then I multiply by 22 centimeters. So centimeters times centimeters times centimeters is centimeters cubed. All right, rectangular prism. I need to find the base. You know what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the base. Okay. And so I'm going to find the area of that rectangle and then multiply by how tall it is. So for a problem like this, I'm going to do volume equals capital B times H. So the volume is going to be the area of a rectangle, which is going to be 8 times 4. And then the height is 6. So 8 times 4 is 32. And 32 times 6 is going to be 192 feet cubed, 192 cubic feet. And there you go. Pretty easy stuff. All right, we're just figuring out volumes. On this one, I have a triangular prism. Well, I'm going to go ahead and highlight the base, which is not the side it's resting on. It is a triangle. If you're wondering, it's the two bases are parallel. Okay? And remember, I like to think about this as a whole bunch of triangles stacked up on top of each other. So the volume is going to be the area of the base times the height, but the area of the triangle is going to be a lowercase base times the height divided by 2. And in this case, that's going to be 8 times 6 divided by 2, which equals 24 inches squared. So when I come over here, my capital B is 24 inches squared. And then I'm going to multiply by the height, which is 30 inches. Okay, 3 times 24 is 72. 30 times 24 is 720. Inches squared times inches is inches cubed, and there you go. Okay, that's all I do. Remember, I think about these shapes as a cylinder, a whole bunch of circles stacked up. If I could find the area of one of the circles, I could find the area of all the circles. Okay, how do I know how many circles there are? The height tells me so. Oh, that's my highlighter. I thought I was in circle mode. Let's see here. Well, I don't want to be in circle mode. I want to be in oval mode. My mistake. Let me get it to match up there perfectly. I'm having some trouble, but look, I found the area of the first circle, then the next one, right? And then the next one, next one, next one, and I can put them in place where they go. And just find all those areas and put them together. And eventually I end up with my cylinder, okay? On this one here, I have a whole bunch of rectangles. I have this rectangle, and I have the one right above it, and the one right above it, and 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 so on. And the height takes care of how many there are. And then this one would be a whole bunch of triangles, just stacked side by side. Okay, that's it for the lesson. Mr. Lawrence signing off. Goodbye, everybody.